Okay, welcome everybody to another MTGO League. Going to be playing some Jund Saga today. A list that I saw that did well over the recent SCG Con tournament in the States. Managed to catch this. Someone was streaming some of the matches from there. Managed to catch this on stream and just looked so sweet, so I thought I'd give it a go. Always keen to try out new things in the Jund colours. So this was done by someone called Kade Cantergiani. Sorry if I absolutely butchered that name, but yeah, managed to come. I think I'm pretty sure it was top 8 with this list. So thought I'd give it a go. There's some very spicy inclusions in here, and some cards that we haven't seen for a while. So really keen to try this out. So it's It's got some staples of the Jund Saga archetype. You got your 4 Wrenn and Six, your 4 Tarmogoyf, your 4 Ragavan, your 4 Unholy Heat, and then your 6 discard spells, 3/3 split of Inquisition and Thoughtseize. Is running Dragon's Rage Channeler, and then you got 3 copies of Urza Saga targets in Nihil Spellbomb, Pyrite Spellbomb, and Shadowspear, and then 3 copies of Mishra's Bauble. Seems like an okay number. Triggers Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's not always a good draw, so that seems fine. And then we have 3 copies of Liliana Vale. Obviously, really love this card. And then we have one of Dark Confidant and Tireless Tracker. So certainly cards we haven't seen for a while out of these Jund lists, but 2 of my favourite cards of all time. So definitely happy to give these a go. One of us might seem a little bit odd. I guess maybe you don't want to see them every match. Maybe maybe they're not actually that great, and Kade just managed to not see them. But I mean, they're really sweet, so let's give it a go. 22 lands seems very. I guess 22 of our spells are 1-drops, and we haven't got a massively high curve. Only running 3 Urza Saga. Obviously decided that was the way to go. 1 Barren Moor to cycle with Wrenn and Six. Other than that, how many basics have we got? We got 1 basic swamp, basic mountain, basic forest. That is it in terms of basics. And then we have 1 copy of Boseiju in the main. Sideboard looks mostly stock, with an obvious exception, this Phyrexian Crusader. So this has been popping up in a few lists. I've seen it in Yawgmoth. I've seen it in this Jund Saga list. As a way to interact with the 4 colour lists that are running around. They just have a real hard time dealing with this card. It's got first strike, it's got protection from red and white, can't be furied, can't be heated, can't be solituded, and also a way to get around infinite life potentially as well, given that it has infect. So it can be a bit awkward, I think, having a mixture of normal damage and infect damage, but yeah, seems really sweet. And yeah, possibly a good choice to combat those strategies. Everything else on the sideboard looks pretty standard. 2 Ancient Grudges interesting instead of the Force of Vigors, but guess it can get a 2 for 1. But yeah, let's crack on. Before we crack on, I suppose a very big thank you to everyone that subscribed recently. It has pushed me over 300 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic, so thank you all for that. If you haven't subscribed and you are enjoying the content, please do consider subscribing. I'm going to be playing a few different decks now, seeing what I'm feeling. Next tournament won't be until June time, I think, which will be the next Mega Modern, courtesy of Axion Now. But yeah, thank you everyone that subscribed. Let's get into round number 1. Okay, we see a decent hand here. We can go Thoughtseize into Tarmogoyf, and then we've got Barren Moor to cycle. We've got an Urza Saga to play as well as an extra threat. So Verdant Catacombs, not really sure what this tells us, but Fatal Push might be good here. Catacombs, so it's either, I'm thinking the Mirror or Yawgmoth here. Okay, well, probably neither of those. Okay, so we're gonna shock in, gonna lead on Inquisition now. See what my opponent's working with. Oh, could be Jund's Sacrifice. Yeah, it is Jund Sacrifice. So what are we going to take? So my opponent's got Urza Saga. So Decay is an answer to our Goyf, and I think that's what we're taking. They haven't got the Oven. We've got Boseiju. Yeah, we'll just take this Decay and potentially try and just win with this Tarmogoyf. Opponents conceded from the game, so they've decided to go on to game number 2. I think that's probably a bit premature. You know, even if they don't think they can win this one, we've got full information on what my opponent has. So, oh, okay, my opponent has decided to just concede the match. So we'll take our free win and see you for round number 2. Okay, round number 2. Again, we can keep this. Got quite a lot of good stuff going on. Do we lead with Dragon's Rage Channeler or do we lead with Thoughtseize? I guess it depends a little bit on what we see come out from the opponent. Might be that we lead... Oh, Arid Mesa's not good here. Oh, okay. Arid Mesa into Stomping Ground. Could still be Burn. Ragavan. Okay, so I wouldn't mind finding a Heat or a Push. I think we're probably going to have to lead on Dragon's Rage. Oh, we found our own Ragavan. I think I'm going to go fetch a Stomping Ground. I'm going to play Dragon's Rage Channeler and Mishra's Bauble. We don't want to find Dark Confidant. So opponent is finding Ranger Captain of Eos. Okay, so that'll be a good one to Thoughtseize. Hopefully find 1 mana interaction here. I guess we've got the Pyrite Spellbomb to deal with this Ragavan, but it is very inefficient. Okay, Shadowspear, not the best draw. Ranger Captain, what does that make us think this is? There's the red-white Stoneblade list going round. Okay, looks just like a value type thing, essentially. Okay, so looks like we're gonna... Okay, so we get away without being hit with this Ragavan. So I think here we're just going to go land, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I think it's best to just Thoughtseize here. Well, actually, this would have been... So we would have been better off... I've missequenced this a little bit. Well, I've sequenced it fine, but I should have gone to second main, because this is going to get us Delirium, meaning this Dragon's Rage Channeler has to attack, which is okay, but we don't really want to attack with it. I'd rather have gone to second main, held it back as a 3/3 blocker. Yeah, we'll put that one into the graveyard. We have a Ragavan. So it looks just like a... Right. Power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. And then Blade Historian. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. Crikey. Okay, so we're just going to take the Ranger Captain here. It's the only thing my opponent can actually play next turn. I'm going to cast this Ragavan. Then we can pass the turn. Yeah, like I say, Dragon's Rage Channeler will have to attack. It's not the worst, given my opponent can't actually remove this Ragavan. But I will have to trade the Ragavan for my opponent's Ragavan. Ragavan's not going to be great in this matchup by the look of it anyway. My opponent seems to have, you know, a lot of creatures on the ground, so this might be a Phyrexian Crusader matchup. It is good to be playing some Jund again. Okay, get in for 3 with Dragon's Rage Channeler. So, I mean, my opponent's got a lot of top end. They find a land. Okay, that's a bit worrying because next turn my opponent's going to get to give all of their attacking creatures double strike, which is a bit worrying. Right, so we'll go land. Yeah, double strike, so we're going to need to... So we're just going to attack with this. I mean, we are getting in for some damage here. Let's go Pyrite Spellbomb. Are we going to want the... I think, yeah, we're going to want the Wrenn and Six. I mean, given... Although... Yeah, my opponent's going to be bringing in some 1/1s at some point. And then we'll play the Shadowspear out as well. Okay. Double strike is quite is quite something. I wonder if we're meant to, given that we've got Wrenn and Six coming in, we could just chump the Ragavan. We could chump the Ragavan and then we could chump the Ragavan and then ping and spellbomb this. Actually, I think what we're going to do, because Wrenn and Six can kill Ragavan, so I'm just going to go block here, and then we'll... oh, this does make a creature. We'll kill this, because then Wrenn and Six will kill Ragavan. Yeah, Wrenn and Six can kill the Ragavan, and then we can equip the Shadowspear here. And then my opponent... does this make flyers? Yeah. Attacking creatures, so that would be 6 plus 10. Sorry, plus 4, which would be 10. But we are going to gain some life. Let's go Wrenn and Six. I suppose we're going to... Oh, this will be a bit bigger, actually. I kind of want a land for this Tireless Tracker next turn. Yeah, I think... Oh, no, that was stupid because we can get a land back with Wrenn and Six, potentially. So we'll ping the Ragavan. Play the land. Equip here. And just hope... Well, this is a bit sketchy. Because my opponent's going to have this. They create 2 1/1s, so they're going to have 5 creatures. Sometimes it doesn't have haste or something silly. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that land on top, really. But we do gain 4 life. Okay, so this becomes a 5/5, so that's quite scary. This hasn't got flying, has it? No, it's got vigilance. So this is going to bash us for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we do go to 5 here. Oh, this has trample, though. Okay, opponent killing the Wrenn and Six, which is fine. So we can go Tracker. We can't fetch a basic, but we can't draw a card anyway. So, and Tracker's probably just going to have to block. Actually, we could... So we can attack attack with this, and then we can equip the tracker. Okay, opponent has to block with both those, and that shrinks my opponent's creatures as well. And then, so we're always, well, we can't actually fetch a basic land, is the trouble. So I think we're going to just chump. We'd have to, is it worth, So the question is it worth fetching and putting the Shadowspear on this? It would in theory gain us life. Because this would then have, although no it wouldn't, because my opponent's creatures have double strikes. So I think we're just going to pass. We're blocking whatever's biggest with Tireless Tracker here. And hoping my opponent can't put any more creatures, flying creatures onto the battlefield. If they can kill this... Okay, Birds of Paradise is fine. Oh, that's not too bad because... Oh, actually, I think we do just die now because we go block here, take 4. Yeah, take 14. Yeah. So actually, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. 1 point of life, 2 points of life in it. That's really frustrating. Yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't have mattered there. I don't think anything we could have done. Yeah, we get my opponent to 1 here. Okay, so I think we made the right decisions there. Maybe keeping that land on the top was ambitious because we never got to use the clues from Tireless Tracker. I think I might have got a bit blinded by my desire to get the value out of Tireless Tracker and relive the times of old. Okay, so if my opponent's making tokens, Culling Ritual sounds pretty good. Nihil Spellbomb we don't want. Pithing Needle, no. Definitely want everything that kills a creature. Dark Confidant is probably not that great here. Protection from red and white, so that was quite a lot in my opponent's arsenal was red and white, so maybe it's a Phyrexian Crusader matchup. Let's bring it in. Definitely want the heats and everything. Wrenn and Six is great. I guess Lily loses quite a lot of value because of all the tokens, so maybe just cut a couple of Lilianas. Let's go. Let's try that. Right, we would certainly like to play first. This is a reluctant keep, I think. It's got Dragon's Rage Channeler into a Wrenn and Six, which we like. We can dig for more gas with Bauble as well. And it's got the fetch land to play the Wrenn and Six. So let's just go Stomping Ground, Channeler. Channeler wasn't far off getting there last time as well. Okay, we definitely don't want any more lands. I don't think my opponent's likely to be running Thoughtseize, so they're just drawing basic planes. So ideally, we just want my opponent to go like Ragavan, and then we can ping with Wrenn and Six. Okay, we find our own Ragavan, which is quite nice. Foothills. Are we going to see... What we don't want to see is like a 2 toughness creature. Even that's not the worst, I guess. Opponent could bolt us. Let's bolt the... Okay, so that's fairly ideal here. So I think we're just going to shock in the tomb. Heat's a nice draw. I'm actually going to put that one on top Because if my opponent plays a creature next turn, do we attack? I think I'm going to attack here. Like dash. Well, I probably shouldn't have attacked there. If my opponent goes dash Ragavan, kill Wrenn and Six, that's not ideal. Probably should have left that back. So we know my opponent's got a Plains in hand, Windswept Heath. We can also, if my opponent goes Voice of Resurgence, we can go Liliana, Edict, and then ping the token. Okay, Birds of Paradise. I think I'm just going to keep pinging here. Then we can go... I think I'm just dashing Ragavan. Play a land. Dash the Ragavan. Oh, that was bad. Because now I can't hold up heat. Unless this connects, obviously. Which it looks like it is going to. Okay, Wooded Foothills. Yeah, we can just pass now. We've got Unholy Heat up. Yeah, obviously there was no real point in getting Liliana to kill my opponent's birds when we can just ping it. We've got enough lands that we don't need to uptick Wrenn yet. Maybe we should have kept more Lilianas in on the draw. What have we got here? Strangleroot Geist. Okay, wasn't expecting that one, if I'm honest. Will my opponent attack Wrenn and Six? They are attacking Wrenn and Six. Do we want to heat that? I think we do, and then, well, heat and then... Or do we just start dashing? I think we're just going to let Wrenn and Six die here. It's an extra card type for Delirium. Okay, Barren Moor, so we'll dash this. I guess we should probably cycle pre-combat. Yeah, there we go, because it allows us to find a way of getting Delirium. Oh, shocking. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that one on top. Magus of the Moon, Eldritch Evolution, Eladamri's Call. Okay, so think... How much do we care about Magus here? Not that much. I think I'm just going to take the Evolution because it could be something really scary, and they could even get another Magus. So I think I'm just going to take that. And we've got the heat for the Magus anyway. And we're smashing him for 5 as well. Okay, just a Boseiju there. And we're making these treasures, so Magus is just quite a lot worse. Okay, Sacred Foundry, tapped. So opponent can Eladamri's Call end of turn. So we could go heat, push, push this, heat that, dash Ragavan. I think that's the play. We're going to have to get rid of this at some point. So push this. But obviously it has Undying. Like 2 for 1ing ourselves isn't ideal, but we do get 2 Surveils. Yes, we would like to draw Tarmogoyf. Could Liliana here. Actually, we'll end up with no cards in hand, so we'll probably go Liliana plus. Cast with dash. Put my opponent 2 here. See what they get. Fails to find a creature card. So my opponent was probably just looking for a way to get out of the predicament they're in. Didn't see anything that could do that. And really not sure what kind of thing my opponent's doing. There's a lot of the kind of Yawgmoth bits, but we haven't seen any black mana, so I'm pretty confident that Yawgmoth isn't in here. Just kind of value-y type creatures, I think, with quite a strong beatdown plan. So don't think there's anything we want to change. Liliana would have been better on the play, but I think I'm happy to leave them out now on the draw. I guess that's just fine. Let's just run that back. Okay, bit of an odd hand this one, but I think it's a keep. 2 Unholy Heats and a Thoughtseize against creatures is probably fine. So if my opponent goes turn 1 Ragavan, we're definitely killing it. They have had turn 1 Ragavan every time. So this turn we're going to just play Blackcleave Cliffs, and we're going to wait now. My opponent is not running blue, so we'd rather kill the Ragavan in my opponent's beginning of combat step so that they can't play and dash another one. Opponent could be running something like Mana Tithe, but don't think we're going to play around that. Drawing Culling Ritual is not too bad. Second land from the opponent. Could be Voice of Resurgence. No Voice of Resurgence. They could have Veil of Summer. Ooh, Urza Saga is quite nice. Okay, so let's just go land. Nope. Definitely play the Dragon's Rage Channeler first. Opponent may well have Veil of Summer here, but we've got to play around it at some point. Could have cut some Thoughtseizes, but given that my opponent's curve seemed quite high. So next turn, we're going to... Maybe I should have played Tomb at some point. Okay, opponent Ella Damri's calling. I guess we should probably be aware that my opponent is running Magus of the Moon. Yeah, but there was nothing we could do about that. Oh, we do have Unholy Heat in hand as well. So can just zap it. Opponent goes and grabs Endurance, which is pretty good. I think I want another Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm happy to draw another Thoughtseize. So I've got Endurance. Okay, given that we know we're drawing another copy of Thoughtseize, we're just going to take this Endurance. Next turn, we'll just go Urza's Saga. So Wooded Foothills. So let's go Thoughtseize first. Basic Forest. I'm going to be greedy and put that into the graveyard. Okay, opponent's drawn another land. So nothing really going on out on the opponent's side of the table. So we'll attack for 1. We've got good insurance against... maybe Culling Ritual wasn't a good bring in here. Okay, Voice of Resurgence. So, yeah, we don't want to kill that in our turn. Sorry, we don't want to kill that in my opponent's turn because they get an extra creature out of it. But I think we are going to zap it with Unholy Heat because that has the potential to give us Delirium. Right, so I put the Basic Forest in the graveyard, so I think we'll just go shot this in this. See if we get Delirium. So this would give us Delirium, but think I'm happy keeping a Goyf on top. I actually think I'm okay attacking here. If my opponent wants to trade their elemental, you know, their elemental gets quite large. Okay, so yeah, then we can make a token. Then we can actually, yeah, we can go and fetch Shadowspear. We could fetch Pyrite Spellbomb. Stomping Ground. 5 mana here. Well, there's a Spyro, so opponent gets to draw 2. Obviously we won't be blocking with the Saga token here. Saga does give us Delirium though, so okay, so we've drawn Tarmogoyf, we've got this land, so yeah, we'll just make another token. So the question as to whether what we get here, we could get Bauble to draw a card, but I think I'm just going to go and get Shadowspear. You know, it's 6 around, makes the tokens bigger. I think we're just going to get Shadowspear. We could then equip and attack for 3. Sorry, attack for 4 with lifelink. But I think I just want to hold back some blockers at the moment, especially because we're going to have to fetch Shock here. So this Culling Ritual really not looking great at the moment. I think yeah, I mean, it's a good safety valve in case my opponent goes absolutely nuts with stuff. So more green mana is probably required. So let's just get this. Play out a Goyf, who is enormous, I think. Yeah, 5/6. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. But we've dumped a lot of power onto the board. Maybe we should have attacked with one of these constructs, given that we were... Yeah, I probably should have attacked with a construct, put extra pressure on. But yeah, we're going to get to put a Shadowspear on Tarmogoyf this turn, assuming my opponent doesn't do something like Wrath of God. Two cards in hand. Played a land. Could be the thing that makes tokens. 5 mana. It is the thing that makes tokens. Take a 5/5. So I think we're just equipping. Oh, Phyrexian Crusader. I think we're just, if we equip Tarmogoyf, it would be a 6/7. My opponent does not have enough to block that. What if we just attack with everything? So my opponent's, so a 6 would deal 4 damage. Yeah, I think we're just going to go equip this here. Yeah, so probably should have... this is a... Oh, yeah, this can block, actually. Yeah, I was thinking this had flying. That's obviously stupid. Oh, this is tough. Maybe I meant to just equip to Dragon's Rage Channeler. Equip to Dragon's Rage Channeler. Because at the moment my opponent can block, but I would get to kill 2 things. I wouldn't deal any damage, but I would gain 6 life. I feel like we're crunching in with Tarmogoyf. I guess, well, maybe this is wrong because my opponent can just block with these two and then eat my Tarmogoyf. Yeah, maybe that was wrong. Very surprised my opponent hasn't blocked there. So let's equip to one of these because we get to gain some life potentially. If our opponent's got the double strike one, I think we're probably still okay. So yeah, this Culling Ritual is a misboard. Much rather have Liliana the Veil right now. No Seasoned Pyromancer in this list is interesting. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. Obviously, killing those creatures like we did also shrinks my opponent's creatures. I think that was a pretty bad... Well, my opponent didn't block with this one. I think they were thinking that if I have Fatal Push, it just blows them out. Although I think if I have Fatal Push doesn't do it. Yeah, if I have, I guess, any removal, because it's... I guess my opponent... Yeah, sorry, rambling a bit there. But it's quite difficult maths to do because my opponent had this Geist Honor thing, which power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control, as is this elemental. So if I start removing creatures with a 6/7 trampling Goyf, you know, all of a sudden it starts shrinking all of my opponent's team. So yeah. Best draws for my opponent, obviously another one of these Geists, a Seasoned Pyromancer. Oh, it's a winner to deck. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks... Oh, crikey. Okay. You may put a human creature onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, they hit 2 of these monk things. Okay, I should have thought about winner to here. This is a 10/10. So, right. Am I just dead here? We block here, block here. They haven't hit the double striker, so... Oh, that is troubling. I guess we can now Culling Ritual. Let's block here. Block here. Okay, so yeah, Winneter obviously actually the best draw out of my opponent's deck, and now my opponent is quite far ahead. So we need a way to deal 6 damage. So opponent's got flyers. This isn't great. Oh, I suppose this adds mana. So whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, so we would actually kill all of the non-human creatures with Culling Ritual. But we want... If I equip an attack with Goyf, that's not really that good. I can't equip, I don't think, because now I can't Culling Ritual. So, I mean, these are still going to be massive, is the problem. That my opponent's going to be left with 1, 2, 4 creatures, so they're going to be 4/4s. But then I'll have... Oh, no, because my Culling Ritual kills the Shadowspear as well. Oh, this is rough. Is this 2 or less? Yeah. I think we're just dead, actually. We could play out the Phyrexian Crusader and just block with it. Protection from red and white. But then my opponent gets to win a turn with all these spirit tokens as well. Opponent can block 4 points. Oh no, because they can block this as well. So my Goyf would be a 6. So if we attack, my opponent can just block with 1 token on each, and then we die. So if we... So I think we just attack with both. We have to attack with both, Culling Ritual, play Crusader. Otherwise we just lose. So let's hope my opponent makes some dodgy blocks here. But I think that winner to draw has probably lost us the game. My opponent putting 2 of these. Okay, yeah, just wasn't expecting this really. I suppose we could have surveilled, but we'll see what my opponent does here. I'll probably just put 1 in front of each. Yeah, I would like to draw something other than Bloodstained Mire here. Okay, so they block with 2. Does that mean we could survive with a fight just a Phyrexian Crusader? No, because yeah, we're gonna have to Culling Ritual. Surveil. Ragavan is interesting, but I think I'd rather draw something else. So I'll add black. Play Phyrexian Crusader and pass the turn. So we go block here, take 4. Oh, we just die. Okay. Yeah, we're just dead. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, that winner to... I just didn't think it would be winner to... We get so close there. But yeah, we do end up dying. Okay, so wasn't ready for the winner to... I guess, yeah, we should have thought about it, but it's not that common. So Culling Ritual wasn't great there. But yeah, okay. Well, we'll remember that for next time, that those decks are likely to be winner to decks. And see you for the next round. Right. Bit of an odd hand here. I think we're going to mulligan. If we're against a creature deck, it could be good with Heat and then Wrenn and Six, but oh, this isn't any better, is it? If one of these was a red land, we'd keep that. Well, this is exactly the same hand as our 7, but we're going to have to put 2 on the bottom. I guess we do have an Urza Saga. So we'll put back Spellbomb and Foothills, I think. Like, I'm happy with this as a 5. Hallowed Fountain. Ooh, now Thoughtseize is probably the best draw in the deck against a Hallowed Fountain, turn 1 Hallowed Fountain. Sorry, against Day's Undoing. So there is going to be probably quite a lot of copies of Narset Parter of Veils in my opponent's deck. God, we're running the gauntlet of interesting decks today. Okay, another Wrenn and Six. Not too bad to have a backup, I suppose. We'll go and get Overgrown Tomb here. Yep. So we can go Wrenn and Six. Assuming my opponent hasn't drawn Counterspell or Spell Pierce or Spell Snare or anything like that. Well, they go and fetch basic islands, so they may well have done. Well, yeah, okay. So quite like that we've drawn back up Wrenn and Six. Misty pass the turn, so we'll go Wrenn and Six again. Ooh, Ragavan as well. But it's just Wrenn and Six. If we resolve this Wrenn and Six, we might play Ragavan. Okay, nothing from the opponent. Actually, no, we're not going to play the Ragavan. Against this kind of deck, it's always much better to just dash the Ragavan, because a lot of my opponent's removal is sorcery speed, prismatic ending, for example. Well, there's a Liliana of the Veil. So we've run fairly hot here. So let's go do this. Go and get, I think we can just get Blood Crypt in case we need to Unholy Heat something. We'll play this Liliana. Oh, do we want to play the Liliana? I feel like we do. Okay, opponent found Force of Negation, which is fine. Well, maybe we weren't meant to Liliana there. Right, so now we'll make a token. What are we going to go and get? Could just be Bauble here. Are we expecting Snapcaster Mage? Don't think so. I think we're just going to get Bauble. And then we'll get back our Urza Saga. Urza Saga. Guess we should probably see what my opponent's drawing. They're drawing Prismatic Ending. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean about sorcery speed. Oh yeah, I guess that was wasted actually. It was a wasted Bauble because we know that my opponent's drawing Prismatic Ending. I need to get better at that. I always forget that interaction. Opponents conceded from the game though. The loop of Wrenn and Six Urza Saga proving pretty good. Really want to try out this. I've seen black green Saga as well. Looks really cool. Right, I think we're going to want the. Well, yeah, we're going to want. Are we going to want Pithing Needle here? Maybe. I'm assuming my opponent has Planeswalkers in. Well, it's definitely going to be Narset. So we'll bring in Boil. Fatal Push can go. Heat is probably fine. Actually, yeah, we want Heat because it kills Narset, which is, I mean, it's definitely going to be in my opponent's deck. Other than that, Boseiju's not great. Soul Guide, none of this stuff's good. Is this red and white? I wonder if we want Phyrexian Crusader. Probably not. But we don't really want Spellbomb or Shadowspear. I wonder if we just want it. Yeah, a single copy of Endurance to flash in is pretty good. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that's probably fine. Hopefully a matchup where Dark Confidant has the potential to shine. Okay, another pretty good hand. Annoying that we haven't got anything to play on turn one, but we've got a lot of powerful cards in hand. Don't really know what we're going to do. Okay, we draw another Goyf, so let's play this. See if we want to draw my top card. If it's a land, we might do. Okay, we don't want to draw that. Wonder if we'll run the Jund Triome when it comes in. We have a lot of green mana. I think I'm just going to go and get Overgrown Tomb. Yeah. Oh, we need green, yeah. Yeah, although it frustrates me a little bit that they're not actually called triomes, the ones from the new set. But that's going to get very confusing. But yeah, don't know. We often need untapped lands. Could be Chalice on one. Wall of Omens. Okay. Card that I was running last weekend. Right, so let's just go Wrenn and Six. If opponent wants to force this, I guess that's okay. Well, I haven't got a force. We do have a Barren Moor as well, so we can start drawing 2 cards a turn. Could be Teferi here. Inquisition, eh? That's pretty good. So we'll go Inquisition into Goyf, I think. Well, I know that I want... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Wrenn and Six thing first. Make my opponent potentially use their mana. I'm going to go and get a shock land. Yeah, tick up first. Opponent could be running like March, which would kill an Urza Saga. Inquisition. Double counterspell Aureok Champion. Aureok Champion is protection from black and red. Yeah, I guess we take that. Opponent didn't play it, but they could do it next turn. So yeah, we'll take the Aureok Champion. We're winning on board. Do I want to play a Goyf is the question. I think so. We've got to get through these counterspells at some point. Yeah, we've got a backup Goyf. And Restoration Angel is interesting. So, but we can get Delirium. That also gives us Delirium, which is nice. Another Heat is actually pretty good. So there's no point in... I think we're going to play another Goyf. Yeah, let's go for playing another Goyf. Goyf resolves. And then we'll go... Oh, yeah, this can fetch basic mountain. So if my opponent goes Restoration Angel here, we'll just double Heat. Oh, I didn't tick up my Wrenn and Six. So that's just pretty bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna fetch. We'll just kill both creatures here. Just gonna get a mountain. Heat this. Oh, and then we'll heat the angel as well. So, no, well, I suppose Wall of Omens there was a 2-for-1. Frustrated that I didn't tick up my Planeswalker. Boil is, yeah, that's rather interesting. So it's attack with Goyf. For 5. Opponent does have counterspell in hand. Let's cycle this. Inquisition. Tick up. We know our opponent has counterspell in hand. We probably, yeah, we go for Boil end of turn here. Because then gets a counterspell out. Because our opponent pretty much has to counter this. Double Stone Rain. Ooh, Snapcaster Mage is interesting. But then we do get to slam Tireless Tracker. Okay, snap. But that's fine. We can play a Saga as well. Okay, we're just going to kind of do everything here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we'll go Tireless Tracker. I guess we should attack first. Tracker. No, probably want double black up. Yeah, so that we can cycle and Inquisition. Saga. Oh, this is sweet. I love Tireless Tracker with Inquisition here. We know my opponent's got a counter spell that we can take. Double Solitude is pretty good. I wonder if I'm meant to ping now. No, I think we can. Well, if my opponent can Solitude. Actually, I'm gonna ping. I should be ultimating here, really, but because I missed that tick up. Opponent's conceded from the game. Obviously, hasn't hit a land, so we do get there against blue-white. Well, blue-white. What looks like blue-white from sort of 5 years ago with Restoration Angel, Wall of Omens. But some new spice. They got Otawara. They got the Solitudes, Prismatic Ending. So yeah, pretty sweet. And yeah, do love me a Wall of Omens. But yeah, we managed to get there. See you for the next round. Right, this is round number 4, and yeah, we see a good hand. I mean, if discard's good, this hand's going to be obviously very good. The basic forest is a little bit annoying. Okay, we're a bit soft to a turn 1 Ragavan. This could be Murktide. Okay, Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground. Okay, Crashing Footfalls. I think I'm going to Thoughtseize or Inquisition first, because I really don't want to go like... Let's go Blood Crypt. Yeah, I really don't want to go Dragon's Rage Channeler to just get it Fire Iced. Also, I'm going to Thoughtseize here because the Crashing Footfalls deck does not run many many spells that are CMC 3 or less. Okay, opponent's gone Force with that. So that implies they have Cascaders in hand. So would quite like to draw another land. We're going to get Fire. We're going to get iced here. If we don't draw a black source, oh, we do. Okay, we don't get Fire Ice. Okay, so I'm just gonna. We're gonna go for discard first. Opponent's only got 3 cards in hand. Okay, so they've got a Cascader. Which we take. Now, if I go Dragon's Rage Channeler, it just dies to my opponent's dead gone. So, did my opponent have another land? They don't have another land. So I could go Thoughtseize, take away the dead gone, which is what I think I'm going to do. Or I go just cycle Barren Moor. I think I'm just going to cycle here. Play a Bauble. I suppose we could have seen what my opponent's drawing. They are drawing Violent Outburst. Okay, so that's a good one to know about. But we don't really want to play Dragon's Rage Channeler until we've got Delirium. Okay, Wrenn and Six is a nice draw. So actually we can go Wrenn and Six, buy back a land, Thoughtseize. Opponent can Fury the Wrenn and Six if they want. Oh, we can buy back Barren Moor actually. Yeah, that's the play. Thoughtseize. Take your Violent Outburst. Trouble is, they have got this this Crashing Footfalls on suspend that we can't do anything about currently. Okay, opponent finds Fiery Islet. They could evoke... Yeah, okay, so they've evoked Thoughtseize. But that does mean we're going to have to get rid of the Rhinos when they come. And they're coming this turn. Okay. Let's go this. Do we want to play Boseiju? Let's cycle first. Bauble's a nice draw. We can graveyard that. Pretty much whatever my opponent finds, they're going to play. Let's see what my opponent's drawing. Hopefully it's not a Cascader. Okay, just a land. Flooded Grove. Let's play this. And then Shadowspear. We don't want another Blood Crypt. Pass the turn. Yeah, my opponent's going to make 2 4/4s. But we can gain 4 life a turn with this Dragon's Rage Channeler. We need to find Tarmogoyf, really. Ragavan isn't ideal. Let's equip here. Although Ragavan, I suppose, might discourage my opponent from blocking, from attacking with both. Let's cast this. Play a land, pass the turn. Yeah, opponent drawing a card, which is not unexpected. Oh, they found Bone Crusher Giant, which is pretty good. Actually, that's really good. Okay, we take lots of damage here. We really need to find Tarmogoyf. Fatal Push is actually really good. We're going to do that right away. Get Surveil as well. Saga. Is that going to be too slow? We play Saga. Yes, I think it is going to be too slow here. I think we're probably losing this race. Opponent attacks for 8. We attack for 3. Especially if we keep drawing Stomping Grounds. Got Brazen Borrower. Okay, that's pretty good. To play it again, but then we have to block. I guess we can trade. So we can trade with the Rhino here. Maybe I should have kept that Saga. Oh, probably should have. Oh yeah, our opponent. I mean, our opponent just kind of found everything there. Probably should have blocked the Bone Crusher, but I really wanted to trade with the Rhino token, because then if we find like a Bob or something, we can block the Bone Crusher Giant without taking trample damage. But yeah, opponent had a pretty good draw there. Okay, so we're going to want Culling Ritual to kill those pesky rhinos. Possibly Terminate. We want all the discard. Fatal Push is fine. Heat is okay. Spellbomb doesn't do anything. Pyrite Spellbomb doesn't do anything. Let's bring in a Terminate, I suppose. Endurance doesn't do anything. This has not got protection, so Boil could be interesting. Is Boil better than any of these other spells? Probably not. No, I think they run enough non-islands that Boil's probably not amazing. If you are an avid Jund Saga or Rhino player, please let me know how you'd board here. I don't think there's anything else you want to bring in. I'd quite like to see some number of copies of Engineered Explosives or Chalice of the Void in the side. Yeah, this is a good hand. You know, turn 1 Ragavan can be really good. Maybe we're meant to turn 1 Inquisition, but I feel like we're meant to turn 1 Ragavan. Yeah, turn 1 Ragavan can just run away with the game, given the chance. Opponent's on a mull to 6. Basic forest. Okay, looks like Ragavan may connect here. Okay, Otawara. Are we going to Inquisition now is the question. Yes, I think so. So let's go Saga. So yeah, double Fury, so we take the Shardless Agent, pass the turn. So opponent could evoke Fury here, which they do. Just going to kill our... Okay, so Boil might not be too bad actually. Okay, we find another Ragavan. So let's go... if we go Forest, we can actually dash the Ragavan here. Do we want to is the question. I think I'm just going to cast it. We've got a potential answer. Well, yeah, we've got an answer to 2 rhinos, but whether that's good enough is another matter. So let's make a token. Make another token. What are we going to get here? I think it's probably Shadowspear. Play a Catacombs. Yeah, we'll attack. If my opponent's found Violent Outburst, it's obviously not great. Yeah, they found Violent Outburst. That's obviously an amazing draw for our opponent. What do we want to keep around is the question. I guess we might as well push now. Actually, I want to heat now. But which... I mean, we might as well, or would we rather keep a specific one of these alive, I guess is the question. Let's kill one of these. Also can't be dead gone. Okay. So we can go push and equip and cycle. I guess my opponent's going to dead gone one is the trouble. That's a nice draw. suppose the opponent could have endurance, but I think this is probably, these are probably just going to get dead gone. Petty theft. Play this Goyf, who's a 6/7. It makes 2 rhinos. Land. They do have a copy of Dead Gone. Wooded Foothills is pretty rubbish. Do we want to equip the Goyf with a Shadowspear and bash in? I think the card in my opponent's hand, I'm pretty sure, is Ottawara. Is Dead Gone. So equipping this. I think I'm willing to trade. I'll be willing to trade 1 Goyf for 1 of these. For I mean, otherwise, all that's happening is my opponent's gonna. Actually, no, I don't think we are, because. Yeah, and I should have probably equipped Shadowspear here. I'm pretty sure my opponent's got Dead Gone in hand. Oh, is this just lethal? Not quite. Okay, so this is pretty rough. Just attacking with that is odd. So we need to draw. Terminate is good. Culling Ritual. Saga's not great. It's better than a land though. I mean, we have to do something. Otherwise I'm just going to be beaten down by this. Yeah, I think this is probably a bad attack. Oh, endurance as well. Yeah, my opponent's had some pretty good draws here. Doesn't shrink the Goyf by that much. But they can block like that. Oh, they're triple blocking, which makes sense. We're going to kill a rhino. And then we can just equip here. We do gain some life, but yeah. Seems like my opponent's drawn a lot of good stuff here. We're taking 4, 7, 10. Okay, so that can chump this. So make a token, chump this, kill this. But then Liliana. So if we Liliana, I think we Liliana first. Kill a thing. They probably sack the Brazen Borrower. Okay. But now if we go land, token, block here, we die to. Because it's got trample. So you fetch basic mountain, make a token, it's a 2/2. We go to 4, yeah, it's dead. Oh, it's not gone well there. Yeah, I don't know what happened really. I think that attack with the Goyf probably wasn't great. I feel like our opponent drew quite well, and we didn't really have too much of a sideboard for rhinos. But yeah, that's the way it goes. Rhinos is definitely on my list of things to play some more matches with. Seems pretty. It seems better, much better positions now that that Shadows seems to have dropped off a lot. So yeah, definitely on the agenda to play some more Rhinos. But yeah, for now we'll go on to the next round, playing for the 3 and 2. Well, we're I guess technically 2 and 2 after that match 1 early concession. So yeah, see you there. Right, looks like a reasonable hand. It's got a Saga and a Ragavan and a Liliana, so potential for turn 2 Liliana if Ragavan connects, which obviously it may well not. Windswept Heath, but 60 cards. Basic Plains. Could be Hammer. Could be Esper Sentinel here. It is Esper Sentinel, which is pretty good. What are we going to play? Okay, so now that that's a thing, let's go. We're going to get Blood Crypt, play Dragon's Rage Channeler. Oh, we can't actually cast our Bauble though, which is frustrating. If my opponent attacks here, I will block. Yeah, Inkmoth Nexus, so this is going to be hammer time. Have they got the nuts? Yes, yes they do. So yeah, we have to block here. We don't have to block there, but well, Thoughtseize isn't great. Let's go. I'm just going to go this. Ragavan. Cast the Bauble. Oh, we can't. Yeah, that was really stupid of me because I forgot that Esper Sentinel was 11, so it draws my opponent a card. So I could have just Thoughtseized there as well. So we really need my opponent to not play a creature here. Oh, I guess even if I do Liliana, my opponent can animate the Nexus and sacrifice that. Oh, have they got another hammer? Memnite. Looks like we're just going to die here. Do they have the second hammer? Because that does just kill us. We're pretty dead anyway. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I missequenced a bit there, but opponent having the absolute nut draw against us, sadly. You know, turn 1 Sentinel, turn 2 equip Sentinel with a hammer. I don't think there was many things we could have drawn that would have beaten that hand. So let's go to sideboarding. Definitely want this Culling Ritual. Probably want these Alpine Moons. Definitely want all of this. Probably Pithing Needle and definitely the Boseijus. We can cut a Barren Moor. Phyrexian Crusader is interesting. Right, so Dark Confidant isn't that great. Liliana, we can usually cut some number of Ragavans. We probably cut them all on the draw. Pyrite Spellbomb's good. Nihil Spellbomb doesn't do anything. All this stuff's good. Liliana's not great. So we've got quite a lot of sideboard here. I kind of want to make room for these Phyrexian Crusaders. just because protection from white against mono white hammer seems pretty good. Maybe we're meant to just cut another couple of Ragavans. Heat's good. What about Shadowspear? How much do we need Shadowspear? Is that... do we need that? And is Tireless Tracker going to be too slow? Let's cut a Tracker as being potentially too slow. First strike protection from red and white. I guess a lot of my opponent's creatures have flying. I think we'll just go with that. Okay, on the play here. This is quite land heavy. We can... I think we keep this and we go Inquisition into Channeler. If we go Inquisition, Channeler, is that good enough? I'm actually leading towards mulliganing, I think. Yeah, let's mulligan that. Not enough kind of interaction. Double Saga draw. I don't think this is good either. Mulliganing. Okay, this is much better. We'll keep this, and then we can go bottom the basic forest. And could be the... it's not Thoughtseize, it's not Wrenn and Six. It's probably just Alpine Moon. Then we'll go Fetch Shock Thoughtseize. Go and get black green. Yeah. Thoughtseize you. Okay, so Pure Steel Lavinia. Each opponent can't cast. Whenever opponent casts a spell, if no mana is cast, counter it. Okay, we don't care about that. So we're going to take Sagada's... Blacksmith skill is pretty good. But we're going to take Sagada's Aid. It's my opponent's only turn 1 play. And taking the Equippers is usually pretty good. Okay, there's a Windswept Teeth. Okay, they found something. If they play Esper Sentinel here, surely they haven't found another Sagada's Aid. Okay, just Shadowspear. Okay, that's fine. So now we'll shock in... ooh, Goyf. But we're going to forego playing the Goyf, especially since Wrenn and Six playing it now means that it gets around like a Spell Pierce, or my opponent playing a Esper Sentinel. So next turn we... yeah, next turn we go Goyf, hold up a Heat, probably. Well, there's Nexus. So opponent got 2 unknowns. We'd like to draw Ancient Grudge is ideal. Okay, opponent's got a hammer, which is a little bit disconcerting. Alpine Moon. Okay, so we don't want to play that yet. Let's go and get... I think it's just basic forest now. Tick up. Yeah, we don't want to play that. No, we don't want to play that yet. Just because we don't want to turn this Inkmoth Nexus into something that can tap for white, so my opponent can play Pure Steel Paladin. Okay, they've instantly found their land, which is pretty good for them, but they can't do that and Blacksmith skill. If they play Lavinia, looks like it's going to be... okay, there's Lavinia, which is fine. So we can't really kill that. I guess I could. So if I heat this, but then my opponent goes untap Blacksmith Skill, and then they can equip everything onto there. But if I don't, my opponent's going to go untap, play Pure Steel, equip everything onto Lavinia. I think I have to heat it now, actually. It grows the Goyf as well. And then we play Alpine Moon. Hope to draw more removal. Kill this. But then opponent goes Blacksmith. Oh, I suppose then Alpine Moon stops this becoming a creature. So yeah, I think we do heat this. Makes Goy for 5/6 as well. Another swamp. So we'll just attack. So we'll go. It has to be Alpine Moon, naming Inkmoth Nexus. Because otherwise my opponent can potentially just, if they top deck a land, they kill us next turn. Inkmoth Nexus. And then play a land. Yeah, we'll fetch here. Just go and get a tapped Blood Crypt. Tick up Wrenn. Pass the turn. Really want to draw Ancient Grudge. Ancient Grudge. I mean, Culling Ritual is not amazing here. Not sure about Culling Ritual in the sideboard. I think I'd rather just have a Force of Vigor. Because all of our, you know, if we were to Culling Ritual now, it would kill all of our stuff as well. So opponent can go Pure Steel. And then protect it with Blacksmith Skill, which is a bit of a problem. Sentinel. That's probably my opponent's best draw. Because now they go Pure Steel, equip and equip everything to Sentinel, and we just lose. So now we really need to find. Yikes. Yeah, that's a big yikes. Maybe I misplayed that. Yeah, so now I really need to find Ancient Grudge probably wins me the game. Culling Ritual I would actually take now. Shadowspear. It's just so bad. I'm going to have to block here. Unholy Heat's not going to be any good. So yeah, we pay the 2 here. Yeah. Opponent's got Blacksmith Skill as well. I guess we could equip. Oh, we'll have to equip, right? No, that's just so bad though. I think we've just lost this. Don't know. The deck hasn't felt that great in under my control. I don't know if I've been playing it wrong. But like we seem to have found a lot of, you know, we seem to have found quite a lot of our decent stuff, and then just kind of died to opponents just having better stuff. I guess we did mull to 5 here, which wasn't ideal. Okay, so if opponent attacks with both, I'll just block the Sentinel, I think. Opponent can give something +2/+2. Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Trample. So my thing has got lifelink as well. Attacking Wrenn and Six. What? Like, I guess we could Unholy Heat every... I mean, it's dying anyway, so fine. I don't agree with this attack, I don't think. So yeah, Ancient Grudge. No, of course not. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Let's just... Well, we'll have to play it out. I wonder if I meant to attack here. Like I probably am. Then my opponent attacks back for... We can make this a 3-3. Yeah, well, I'm going to attack here. I think that's better than the alternative. The opponent's got Path, we're pretty much dead anyway. Two cards in hand for the opponent. So we can make this a 3-3, which will make it a 4-4. We can actually take a hit from this Sentinel if we need to. What's the opponent got is the question. If we find... Don't know what we can find really. If the opponent finds another hammer, another paladin is alright. Unless they've got plating or another hammer. Yeah, Ancient Grudge is what we really need to find. Obviously, we'll have to pay to kill this, but what have they found? Could be a reality chip, I suppose. Blacksmith's Skill again. Okay, I don't agree with them just aggressively playing that out. I don't think. This is a bad attack as well. Okay, so I'm just going to block here. And then we can eat this paladin. Bauble. I think we kind of have to do that. But it lets my opponent draw a card, which isn't great. But we have to think that, you know, we're going to have some good top decks. And we get 2 looks at it as well. I suppose Wrenn and Six can go into the graveyard. We don't want that. See what my opponent's drawing, I guess. They're drawing Blacksmith Skill, of course. So if I was to... Let's attack with this, gain some life, and then we're going to have to put it on the Goyf. Or we could gain some life with the Goyf. We could attack with everything. This has to attack. I think we're just going to have to do that. And then hope to draw something good. Let's equip here. Pass the turn. Goyf is an 8/9. So, Ancient Grudge. Basic Mountain. Pithing Needle. Guess I can name Shadowspear. Engineered Explosives. Okay, that's I mean it's a reasonable name. We have to draw something this turn, and it pretty much has to be either... Not really, I don't get this aggressive Blacksmith Skill really. It's an extra 2 points of damage, but We have to block here anyway, and we're dead if my opponent... If we don't find anything, essentially we just die. 42 life. Fatal Push is fine-ish. Could really do with it being Ancient Grudge. There we go, Ancient Grudge. Okay. So let's play the land. We're going to do it, I think, in my opponent's... I guess we could... Oh no, we have to attack anyway. So let's equip here, gain back some life. I guess we'll do it in my opponent's upkeep in case they find... yeah, in case my opponent finds another blacksmith skill. We're just dead if they do. So we kill this, put my opponent on 3 artifacts, then we kill the hammer. We gotta do it. Another Goyf. I kind of want that. So opponent gets to draw a card. I guess they could find blacksmith skill now. Okay, so we kill that, and then we'll flash it back now to kill the hammer. Because it stops my opponent equipping it potentially. I think we'll leave that on top, especially with the Shadowspear. That could be incorrect. Okay, opponent's found Flooded Strand. They might equip here. Giver of Runes is pretty good. It's not the worst though. So I'd imagine they'll equip and then attack. We'll attack for another 4. And then put the... I guess our opponent can start giving this protection. We're going to have to fade some draws, but we've got a 7/8 Goyf. Opponent is at 40 life. Shadowspear is a ridiculous card. So let's play this Goyf. Yeah, so we don't want to see Stoneforge Mystic. Obviously more hammers. Reality Chip would be insane. Okay, Paladin's okay. So the question is, if we find Culling Ritual, do we do that? Maybe. I suppose it unlocks Inkmoth Nexus for our opponent. Okay, opponent's gaining 3 life. But we are bashing in for like 11 a turn. Another Ancient Grudge is our best draw. Ragavan. So we could go Ragavan, equip the Shadowspear, attack. And then we definitely deal... Yeah, I think that's the... I think that's the best play. Because then, yeah, we need to accrue cards, essentially. Do we attack with everything? I think so. Wonder if the opponent blocks. Yeah, finding any creatures really good. Killing the Pure Steel Paladin's fine. Really want something good here. I mean, we're going to cast this Colossus Hammer. I mean, we've got... Oh, yeah, we get Surveil as well. Unholy Heat. We'll put that on the top. And then we'll equip this to here. So, good to get that Colossus Hammer off the top. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 mana. 2 more, and we can equip it to we can equip it to our Goyf. Make it into a, well, it'll be almost 20 power. So we know we've got Heat on the top, but my opponent does have this Giver of Runes. So obviously we'd like to heat the Paladin, but just depends what my opponent does. As soon as they tap, essentially, if my opponent taps the Giver of Runes this time or in this turn cycle, we'll heat the Paladin. If not, we're just going to have to heat the Giver of Runes. Okay. All creatures. Opponent is at 31 still, but we're gaining some life as well. Let's just we have to heat this now. We get to Surveil as well. Culling Ritual. What do we think about that? I think we have to graveyard that now. I think we're after spot removal rather than the sweeper. Okay, Sentinel is fine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, still 8 mana. If we find more Ragavans as well, that's not the worst. Well, neither's a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Play the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Opponent's at 12. Make a 4/4. I guess not quite dead to a hammer. Opponent doesn't really have any good attacks now. Pyrite Spellbomb's interesting. Actually, that's very interesting. Does that just kill my opponent? We equip here, kill this. We're attacking for 3, 6. Okay, opponent's conceded. So we actually do get there somehow. Digging for that Ancient Grudge. Yeah, Ancient Grudge is a powerful card in this matchup. I guess Force of Vigor is the comparable one. Not sure. I'd be interested to know the rationale behind the behind the Ancient Grudge. That's the other thing about Phyrexian Crusader as well, I suppose. The Shadowspear gives it trample, so not as good as it might be. Okay, so would we like to change anything? I think that's probably fine. Okay, I think we can keep this just about. It's got a lot of interaction. It's got 2 copies of Wrenn and Six, which is pretty good. If our opponent goes turn 1 Esper Sentinel, we're just going to kill it with Unholy Heat. Okay, turn 1 Sigarda's Aid is a bit scary. Ooh, Inquisition. Now, to be Inquisition, I think so, right? So we'll go this Blood Crypt Inquisition. Maybe I'm meant to hold up Heat, but I feel like I'm meant to do this. Okay, so Mystic, Skill, Paladin. So I think we just take the Mystic, given that we've got an answer to this. And it's a quick way for my opponent to find the... They've got an equipper already. So yeah, we'll take the Stoneforge. And it's a 2-for-1. So opponent's going to probably play Saga. Yeah, there's the Saga. So wouldn't mind finding our Alpine Moon now. Pithing Needle, eh? Okay, that's pretty good. So we'll go play the Forest. Just going to go Heat this. Because, we have to kill this anyway. And then Pithing Needle. Let's go Colossus Hammer. Oh, I guess it can be done already, but... How is Colossus Hammer spelled? Colossus Hammer. I think that's fine. We could go Flooded Strand, or we could go Urza's Saga, but we have got our own sagas to think about. Flooded Strand. Thoughtseize is pretty good as well. So we'll just go Thoughtseize you. I guess, yeah, my opponent hasn't put a creature in, so... Oh, but they're going to get to... Oh, right, this was an error, actually. Okay, so we're going to take the... I think we're going to take the Blacksmith skill, and then my opponent's going to make a token, Okay, that doesn't actually quite work, because my opponent's going to have creatures and they're going to be big enough. So what I was thinking is I could go, my opponent makes a token, but they're going to make another token. So our Spellbomb isn't going to be able to kill the one that they try and equip in time. So, I think it's just take the Paladin, play a Spellbomb, and then we're just going to have to kill the... We're just going to have to kill the token that comes out first and hope to draw one of our, Faithful Pushes or Ancient Grudges. Okay, so I think... So we can't wait for the equip, essentially, because they'll have 3 artifacts. This only deals 2 damage. So let's go and grab... Do we need double green for anything? Don't think so. So just go and grab Blood Crypt. Kill this. Yeah, rather unfortunate, because now our opponent's going to... yeah, they're going to have a turn. Maybe I should have taken the skill there. Paladin doesn't matter as much. Yes, they got a 1/1. They're going to get the hammer, equip it. But now, my opponent can't re-equip it, so we just need to top deck. I mean, we only have 1 turn to top deck it, to be fair. I probably should have fetched a basic mountain, because I think we sided out all of our Lilianas. So they definitely get hammer here. They get Relic of Progenitus. Not sure if my opponent thinks that this this shuts off Sigada's aid. Okay, they find a land. That's a bit odd, actually. They could. I wonder if they'll aggressively blacksmith skill again. I mean, we're perfectly happy if my opponent wants to crack Relic of Progenitus here. That's really good for us, because then we just go Wrenn and Six, ping the token. Okay, Bloodstained Mire, not amazing. I wonder if we're meant to go Wrenn and Six, Wrenn and Six. Oh no, because my opponent just goes Blacksmith skill. Okay. Opponent could crack Relic now. In which case... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because now we go... This is only a 1-1. So I'm going to cash in a Wrenn and Six here to just get rid of this construct. I feel like just leaving my opponent with no creatures is the way to go. So we know my opponent's got Sigada's Aid, Blacksmith skill in hand. So we'd like to draw Goyf. Any and all removal are fine. Well, Stoneforge Mystic's insane there. I'm assuming a hammer. But if my opponent still thinks that Pithing Needle shuts down Colossus Hammer off Sigada's Aid, then they may not get that. They get Kaldra Complete. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now we need to find removal. Alpine Moon. Okay, so we're just going to die to that now. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're just dead now. Oh, that's a shame. I feel like we played quite well, and I feel like we definitely had a shot at winning this game. But yeah, I feel like we're just gonna die to the Kaldra now. I think Blacksmith skill, hexproof and indestructible, right? Not sure why that's a thing. Okay, that's all very strange. Okay, well, we'll fetch, try and... I don't think we've got anything we can do against Kaldra. I guess a Tarmogoyf is... Well, no, because it's got that first strike ability. So do this. I don't think Culling Ritual... Do this. I don't think Culling Ritual helps us here. Maybe we should have been keeping Liliana in. Let's do this. Ancient Grudge doesn't help. That doesn't help. Let's go Urza Saga. Pass the turn. Because I think Culling Ritual is destroy, unless Culling Ritual is sacrifice. Which it could be. Yeah, pretty frustrating game. Okay, opponent does find the hammer, and that's enough for us to concede. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. That we've seen enough there. I think we got a tad unfortunate. Although I suppose we were dead if my opponent had found the hammer earlier. Yeah, maybe we're meant to keep Liliana in that matchup. But there we go. League was definitely fun. The deck is definitely fun. I don't know if I played it all together correctly. But definitely seems sweet. Is this sacrifice? Oh no, it's destroy, so that wouldn't have helped us. Yeah, I think I'd probably want to... Dragon's Rage Chandler was quite good. Don't really know what I'd change. Definitely seemed like enough lands. I think I'd like to find some room for some Seasoned Pyromancies at some point. The Phyrexian Crusader didn't really come up there. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed that. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if it's something you enjoyed. But for now, we'll catch you again next time. Cheers.